My name is Anne-Marie Pinizzato. My husband is Thomas Pinizzato. I have called Solon my home since 1989, when I moved here from New York. We have lived at 34131 Somerset Drive for the past 22 years. Throughout my time in Solon, I have remained actively involved in our community. I volunteered at the schools, continue to serve at many ministries at the St. Rita Parish, and worked at Solon's Key Bank branches for 26 years. Also like to address several concerns regarding this request. Bless you. First, we were disappointed that the applicant revised his variance request to allow a 10-foot side setback versus the original 8 without sharing that information until the meeting had already begun last time. However, we were initially uncertain whether the Planning Commission was voting on the original proposal or the revised one. When I asked whether I could speak, I was told I could not, despite previously being informed that there would be time for public comments at the end of the meeting. It was only after listening to the mayor and Tim, and I know I'm going to ruin this name, Krzwicki, that we realized the discussion had shifted to the revised request. Month-long discussions leading up to this process. We were surprised to learn that the applicant was no longer working with the 20-foot setback. Our concerns were not only about this particular project, but also about the precedents it was set, variance could set for the future development, potentially affecting the privacy, open space, marketability, and character of our neighborhood. Meaning, our primary concern is the drainage plan. We appreciate that the city engineer has identified the need for a swale to properly manage the stormwater. After everything that has occurred with this property, we do not want drainage to become an additional problem. And with the fire that occurred at 34091, it's important to really uphold the city codes that we have. Respectfully request the opportunity to review the final survey, the final construction plans, and the completed grading and drainage plans before the work begins. I would also appreciate written confirmation from the project engineer that the proposed drainage solution has been reviewed and approved and will not create adverse impacts on our property. This has been stressful, and in our opinion, much of that stress could have been avoided through better communication and transparency. We simply want to move forward with confidence that this project has been carefully designed and that our property will not be negatively affected. The drainage issue is just as important as the variance itself. During the previous meeting, it was mentioned that even with the garage moved back 2 feet, there would only be approximately 4 feet available to construct the swale. We remain concerned whether that space is sufficient.
One more thing, if somebody ever says to you, trust me, red flags should go up.